Honestly, I think the most comfortable would be if you two were touching, like leaning on each other.
I can't start. It's just like intruding your space.
You're fine.
Okay, and then I came over here when I was like about a month at most.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been pretty much here my entire life.
Gotcha.
That's exciting.
Okay.
And you were born in Arizona.
No, I was born in California.
And you moved around.
Well, my mom actually left the hospital and drove straight to Arizona, so I was literally just born there. But yeah, I've been in Arizona for most of my life until the last 5 years.
Did you hate it?
Yeah,
Did
I
you?
hated it.
You
I
hated
feel
it?
like the last year I was there, I actually started to enjoy it, but whenever I go back, I go with the intention of thinking, well, I go and I'm like, can I move back? Like, all my brothers are there, my parents are there, and
Do they know you're doing this?
no.
See, people here in Seattle, they be hiking in the snow and all that stuff. I can't do
Fuck
that.
that.
Yeah, I can't
No
do that.
way.
It's too cold, you know. And then so summer hiking, and then believe it or not, I want to know how to swim, but I don't know how to swim. I just can't swim. I'm not a good swimmer.
What?
Yeah, and
Like,
yeah,
if somebody tossed you into a pool, could you, like,
for a while,
survive?
for a little bit,
How long is a little bit?
like
Like 2 minutes?
30 minutes
Okay.
at most.
That's
like,
not bad.
Yeah, but put me in the middle of the ocean. I'm just gonna just.
Oh,
peace.
I can swim, but I will still drown if I'm put in the
I don't know how to
ocean.
tread water.
Can you float on your back? Have you tried?
I don't think I've tried. Because like my instinct is just a doggy paddle the
Okay.
entire time. And then when my arms get tired, that's when I'm like, all right, cool, and just die. Like at this point,
Okay.
just offer yourself up to the waters. I don't know.
Nobody that I've ever dated has really been kind. So, so I'm gonna take that back. But red flags,
Okay.
or pet peeves. That's what you said, right?
Red flags, pet peeves, they're all the same, right?
That is a good question. I have a lot.
I'm all ears.
We got plenty of time to go over it. Let's see. I don't even know where to start.
Do you want me to put you in a scenario? Or
Yes.
okay, you're at a dinner table with a guy.
Oh, I can't do like mouth noises. Like if you, yeah.
You don't like the cow chewing?
Fuck no.
But when was the last time you
But,
actually
like,
encountered someone that actually did that? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's
I've
such a
had
norm.
girls do that. Like coworkers, like I'll be sitting in the back room and they'll start doing that, and I'm just like, I need to go eat in my car. Like I need to get
Really?
away from you. Yeah.
Oh.
There was one in particular that I was like, please fucking stop. You're so sweet, but like I am gonna snap. It's the shooting games for me. It's like if I wake up at 4 a.m. and I hear you screaming at the video games because you're just fucking on one. Like, it's so unattractive. I cannot.
Oh man.
Yeah, so that's a thing for me.
Okay. Well,
Are you one of those people
that scream?
that like yells at the games and
No, because you
Okay.
can't hear the game first of all because I have my headphones on.
everybody has the
And
headphones
everyone
on?
has the headphones, and I don't scream at it anymore. I used to
Okay.
be when I was like 13 or 14. I used
Yeah.
to be like a screamer.
Well, that's what it is. Like if they're yelling at the games, I'm just like picturing my little brothers doing that, and I'm like, ugh.
What?
If people have really weird feet, I can't date them either.
What is weird feet to you?
Just like gross feet, like gnarly, like you should have gone to
Like-
get a pedicure.
Like soccer feet? I have soccer feet, so
I
they're
don't know
kind
what that looks like.
Oh, I have like a missing toenail right now. I know, TMI, but it's not my fault. It fell off. Like, what do you want me to do? Actually,
Do you guys want to show each other your feet?
No.
Yeah, show each other your feet. If feet are important to you.
I like feet personally. Well, not like that, but like I appreciate feet. Like I'm not just gonna suck on a toe, like randomly. But
Do you have a foot fetish?
no, I have a foot appreciation.
What?
Here, look, you want to see my toe? Look at
No,
this.
I don't want to see it.
Are you sure? Here, look.
Is it the one with the missing nail?
Do you want to like ease into it? Do you want me to show you one with the nail and then we'll ease into the one without the nail?
Ah!
Right here. It's not as bad as going back, but look, see, it's missing right here. And then it was back and it pulled off.
Oh fuck, no.
Okay.
Don't describe that.
Okay, so I was putting on my pants and it ripped off because you know what I mean? What do you say?
Marriage and kids.
Marriage and kids? Mm-hmm. You want kids?
I do.
Why do you sound so questionable when you say that?
I feel like I always wanted kids, and I always expected that at this age I would have them. But the older I get, the less likely it seems like it's going to happen.
Why? Why'd you say that?
I don't know, because of the situation with like my family and how nothing really ever worked out with anybody. Like I don't want to
Jinx it, or like.
I don't want to like put my kids through whatever fucked up shit
Right,
my family
right.
put me through. But so like if I find the right person, yes. But I think I've been coming to terms with the fact that like if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I can be a great aunt. So,
The cool aunt.
the cool aunt. What about you? Do you want kids?
I do want kids.
Yeah.
No specific number, but I would hate to only have one kid.
Yeah, I
know
don't
what
think
I
I could
mean?
just have one.
An only child would suck. Yeah, I'd always want to have like at least two. As far as marriage, do I want to get married? I don't know. I don't know if I want to be, but I'm leaning towards yes because I do want something. And I'm sure a lot of people do. That's something a little bit more serious in the future. The love that I would express a lot of the times, it could be very overwhelming and passionate. Like it's hard, it's tough. I want all that. I want all the ups and downs and everything that's fiery and passionate about it.
So you like toxicity?
I don't want to say it's toxicity. It's just like something that we can work towards, and not everything is just butterflies and shit.
Yeah.
And something that we can build. One of my biggest fear is just, well, I'm afraid of heights. First of all,
Okay.
Fuck heights. I don't know how people do that shit. See, I'm more scared. It's not like I'd rather be in a roller coaster or like bungee jumping. See, that's different. Or like jumping out of an airplane. But if the second I look over like the ledge of like the second floor of a mall, panic. Hands sweaty, feet clammy.
Do you have an issue with stairs?
No, not stairs. It's more just like looking over.
Okay.
It's like that's what's scary. But once I'm like, I don't know, roller coaster feels safe to me more than looking over the mall because someone could just come up behind you.
That's
like
true.
You know what I mean? There's no protection.
There was a woman that jumped off the second story in like the mall that I lived close to, and she died. Anyway, that wasn't great for you.
One of my biggest fears is trying my absolute very best and then having it not be enough for someone.
Yeah.
That's a huge fear of mine. So divorce, because my parents were divorced when I was in 7th grade. It's just one of my biggest fears, and that's why it's like tough. You know.
Why do you think they split up? Do you think that one of them was trying and the other one wasn't?
I think it goes deeper than that, which I'm not like too comfortable to talk about. What about you? Are you like pressured? Do you believe in marriage? Like,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like right? Yeah. Maybe.
Yes. I feel like I'm a lot more selective with the people that I date, and I date because like the end goal for me is marriage. And if I feel like I'm not going to end up marrying you, then I don't want to be dating you anymore.
I don't know if you're comfortable. Are you comfortable like talking about like your sex life?
I'm really open.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. All right, so here we go.
Open.
Do you have like well, then again, you did do the casual round for a little. Okay, have you ever had like any terrible like sex experience? You know, like the worst. Like, did someone like throw up on you or something like that? You're thinking about it because it might have happened.
Okay, maybe I'm not so open. I threw up on somebody.
No! Oh my god!
I know. It was really, really bad.
Oh.
He was really sweet about it though. But I'm like terrified of puke, so then like I started crying and like, no, it's not good. Like, no. Anyway,
That's
only happened once.
Okay.
What about you?
This is probably one of the most painful experiences in my life.
Oh no.
Not really that painful. Actually, It was really painful.
Like physically painful?
Physically painful.
Okay.
Because homegirl came over to my place during my hoe phase. Let's just call it my hoe phase.
Okay.
You know, 3-4 years ago, and then 3-4 years ago, and she was a little tipsy and all that stuff. And I'm just hanging out, and she wanted to get some, and then she's going down on me, right? And she thinks she's all cute, et cetera, and she's doing one of those things, and then next thing you know,
That's a thing?
I don't know, and then she really bit it, like she bit like
What the
on my
fuck?
dick, you know? So, and I let out the most excruciating scream. My roommate heard it too. And I just like pushed her off. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And she was just like laughing like psychotically. She's like, I can't even make a psychotic face.
But you said you were drinking?
I was not drinking. She was a little bit more on the drunk side, right? And she's like laughing. She's thinking it was sexy. And I was like, please get out of my house. And then
Fuck.
And then she started crying and like screaming in my hallway. And I woke up my roommate. And she's like, no, I'm not gonna leave. You're gonna kick me out on the street. And I was like, yes, you just literally bit my. I could have no kids. I could.
Oh,
my dick could be off.
Oh my god.
And I was like on the borderline of tears, and it was just so painful. I have trauma thinking about it. Like I can feel the pain still almost, you know. And that was once, and then another time. No, actually, no. That's probably the worst one. You can't really top that.
Yeah, it seems pretty hard to top that.
All right, so just another suggestion. I'm gonna do every like half an hour.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to talk. You could, or other things you could think of, games that are possible to do with your limitations. Like, are there games you could play without a deck of cards? You know.
Ever.
I want to show you the chopsticks game too.
What's the chopsticks game?
Let's do the never have ever first though.
What's the chopsticks game?
You want to know the chopstick game?
Okay.
All right. So the chopstick game is just really simple math and addition with your fingers.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to explain it the best way I can. So the goal of this game is you have your two hands up here, and then you're supposed to get rid of the person's hand, for example. So if you put up your two fingers, if I tap on one of your fingers, now you add up the one. Should we play Never Have I Ever?
Okay.
When you 5 fingers are 10.
Oh my gosh. Let's start with 5 and then maybe we'll keep going.
Okay, you start.
Never have I ever slept with somebody of the same sex.
So I put it down if I haven't, right?
If you have.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait. Wait a minute. Never have I ever. We're starting out sex things? Okay.
We don't need to. It's just the
Oh, no, I
first
feel
thing
like
that popped in my brain.
that's the first. Okay, let's see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Never have I ever done butt stuff.
I can't say that.
Why can't you say it? You say it. You have?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to say I've done it?
I don't know,
Well,
but that was my question. So we can't, neither of us can say that.
I mean, like, it's not like I put stuff up my butt, but like I've done butt stuff. You know what I mean?
Yes, no, I get it.
Like who?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we can't. Yeah, that's a simple one. Come on, that's basic stuff. Who doesn't
We
do
need
butt
more
stuff?
help.
Yeah, who doesn't do butt stuff?
Some people.
That's gonna feel like that's a common thing nowadays. Okay, let's see.
I heard laughing.
What would you say your love language is? It doesn't have to be the 5 standard one. For example, I wholeheartedly believe sharing music is a love language
Okay.
because I think that you can tell. I think I could tell my entire life story just by sharing music.
Yeah, I can see that.
What about you?
Well, of the 5, it's probably physical touch and quality time.
Do you ever find
But
yourself it changing as you get older, or has it always been physical touch and quality time?
I think it's kind of always been that way.
Do you drink coffee?
Yes, but it's a new thing.
I hate coffee.
Really? I really like tea. I started drinking coffee because I work at a place that has an espresso machine and I have to learn how to make it, so. But I can't really drink coffee unless it's like full of sugar. So.
In the past, when you've slept with like, your relationships and whatnot, do you find yourself cuddling too bad, or do you guys always like, do you like sleeping with space? Does that make sense?
Fall asleep cuddling, but spread out.
In the middle of the night, you just start kicking people?
Just like,
boom.
I need some room. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. What about you?
I don't know. I'm a big cuddler.
Yeah.
No, I'm like a big, not big. I'm like a little teddy bear. I don't know,
Not a
just
big teddy bear, little teddy
little
bear.
teddy bear, you know. You ever just thought about like, do you know who your parents were prior to having you? Like, do you know who they were like in high school?
Yes, they were very young when they had me.
Oh, really?
So, my parents were so bad together. Like when they got divorced, me and my brothers were like actually happy.
Really?
Yeah, they fought all the time. But bouncing back and forth between parents wasn't that great. I wanted to stay with my mom, but she wasn't financially stable. She didn't really have a job when my parents were together. And then when they split, she was really struggling to find something. So it took her a while. But where do I go with that? My dad married this woman that was, to this day, the worst person I have ever met in my entire life.
Really? How so?
She was horrendous. She would just do crazy shit. Like, this woman needs to be put on medication and checked into a facility. She would like sweep stuff up and like sprinkle it in our beds, like empty the dustpan in our beds. And,
Really?
like, yeah, like
What?
crazy
That
shit.
is like,
yeah.
wow, that's just mean. That's just mean.
She was fucking crazy.
That's just mean.
She made like a fake Facebook of me when I was in high school.
What?
Added everybody that went to my school and put on there that I was like a lesbian and just some shit. Which like no problem.
What do you want to talk to her about? What are you really curious about that you feel like you've been afraid to ask her?
I don't think I really have any. I'm not really scared to ask her anything. I just don't really know. Sometimes it's kind of hard to get a read on her, so I can't really get the right questions out. And like, but at the same, like again, I'm not afraid to ask her anything. It's just I'm not sure where she would be comfortable at having the direction go to. You know, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't have any religious background, do you?
She
Well,
was baptized as a Mormon.
You were baptized as a Mormon. That's right. Tell me more about that. What happened?
well, I don't really know a whole lot about it. I was very young. And like I said, we didn't really talk about it at home. So when I would like go to church and they were talking, I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" I'm like, "I'm just here."
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing really ever made sense to me. It just, I don't know, seemed a little extreme.
Do you
I
think
guess.
any of your upbringing, in terms of your religious background, had any effect on the way you look at life now?
Not like the religious side of it. Do you think that if you got married, you would have like a big wedding?
I don't think so. I think I would like to keep it small and medium to small. Small, medium.
What's small, medium to you?
That's a good question. And maybe there's a wrong answer, but the number I'm thinking on the top of my head is like 50 at most.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what that would be considered to you, small, medium.
I don't know. I don't want to have a wedding at all, so
That's
seems
a
like
good
a lot
plan.
of people. I would just elope.
You would what?
I'd elope.
What's that?
And you just like go to a courthouse and
Like a shotgun wedding? Is that what they call it?
No. I mean, you can have like a fun elopement, but like it's really just two people there and then like a witness.
So imagine this is your typical 2-hour first date. That first 2 hours you had, would you have wanted to see her again?
After the first 2 hours, probably not. I don't want to make it too obvious, you know? I don't want to do like the obvious dares, like, oh, I dare you to kiss me. That's like super lame, you know what I mean?
Okay, you get to pick the last one
Last
for me.
one, okay. If you were going to change one thing about yourself, or that you something that you really wanted to work on, but you haven't really gotten the time to do so, what would it be? If anything at all. Yeah.
self-doubt. I think I would like to do a lot less of that. Just like being afraid to do something new because I feel like I'm not going to be good at it, or I'm just going to fall flat on my face. Like being offered a higher position at work, instead of my immediate response being like, thank you for the opportunity, that's great, like thank you for choosing me, I'm like, oh God, am I going to do well in that position? So yeah, I would like to do a lot less of that.
Okay. That's a good one. Good one. Self-doubt, huh? Where do you think that stems from?
Childhood trauma.
Yeah, there it is. The childhood trauma. All right. If you can have any superpower.
Oh, this question.
Actually,
I
I'm going to
never
switch it
know
up.
the answer.
I'm going to switch it up.
Okay.
Would you rather have the ability to fly or
Oh yeah, would you rather say like this?
or the ability to spawn like 3 meals a day?
Fly.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to hard disagree with that. Because think about being able to make 3 meals at any time you want and just pop up. Like, hey, you know what, today I'm feeling kind of a lobster with some asparagus and mashed potatoes. Boom, pops up. Don't even have to cook.
Do you cook at home?
Huh? Do I cook at home? Unfortunately. I miss it.
So you don't like cooking?
I don't like cooking for the reason I hate cleaning. I think she actually feels the same way that I do, in the sense that if nothing romantic, I think we could be really good friends, actually. So I think that's what she thinks, and I don't know other than that, but I think that's my read on it.
Why don't you bring that up with her?
Okay, I guess so.
This is how I'm feeling. I'm just kind of getting into families and babies. Something, if you want to touch on it, which I think is interesting to bring up. Talk about pregnancy scares. Have any of you two experienced that?
But have you?
Yeah.
Oh, juicy details, or was it planned?
It wasn't planned.
Oh yeah, pregnancy scare. That's true.
No, definitely not planned. I don't have any kids. When I was 18, I want to say, I got pregnant. But he like didn't want to have a conversation about it. Like we'd already been dating for about a year, and it was just like the second we found out, he was like, "This is what's happening." And like I was really young, and I was like, "Okay, maybe that is for the best, but let's like talk about it at least." But he didn't want to hear anything.
Did you think it was for the best?
Looking back now, I do think it was for the best, because I
You're
would
18.
have been in a relationship with him,
Yeah.
or been like connected to him at that level for this long, and he's the person that I'm still friends with. But yeah, it would not.
I still find that so shocking. I never even mentioned it earlier.
What?
Being I don't. You might be the first person I know that is friends with their ex.
Really?
Yeah. You know what I always wanted to do? If money wasn't an issue, I would travel the world and go on mission trips and help, like, whether it be animal shelters, build churches, build schools, and stuff like that.
Okay.
But obviously, that's a fucking dream, because you can't do that, especially with the current circumstances that I'm in and all that stuff. This is like impossible. How am I going to be able to pay for student loans? How am I going to pay for housing, accommodation, money? Everything is ruled by money, and then you can't do things that truly make you happy. So, fuck that. What about you? What would you do if money wasn't an issue? Where would you go? What would you do?
I don't know. I like to say that I would move out of the country, but I also can't picture being like that far away from my brothers. I'm already far enough away. But I haven't experienced it enough.
Experience what enough?
Like other places
Ah, I see what you're saying, yeah.
to be able to pick one in particular.
Could you describe it like I did?
Not really. Definitely not somewhere too hot like Arizona.
No, that might be too hot.
I also hate snow. So
You just want something in between.
yeah.
You hate snow? Get out of here.
Yeah, I honestly do like Seattle. Like if I could afford to live here, I probably would stay here. Out of all the states.
Just move a little north or a little south, and then you're fine.
Yeah. Or like somewhere in Oregon.
Oregon?
Mm-hmm. Oregon's really pretty.
I can see that.
Yeah. Or Northern California.
I don't know.
I don't
I could
know.
do North Carolina. I don't know.
Really?
It's not, just doesn't seem like my vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Not sunny enough?
Yeah, not sunny enough. Yeah, it's just pretty much like here almost. I think.
Exactly. That's why
Oh,
I like it.
Yeah, that's why you like it, and I'm like, I need somewhere a little bit more sun.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where I can't live. Florida.
Yeah.
No way I cannot live in
No.
Florida. Oh my god, I gotta go like a squat position. My booty is hurting. Whew.
I feel like you have a little bit of like an avoidance kind of a
What is that? What is an avoidance what?
like you
I swear, if you say avoidance attachment style, I swear I hear that all over. You know, I don't even know what
do
that
you
is.
hear that?
I don't know what that is. What is an avoidance attachment? And I'm like, what?
The attachment style, I'm not really sure. But
Yeah.
I feel like you I don't know. It seems like you avoid some big stuff and you just
Just put a little, just hide it with a little.
yeah, just like bury it. Deal with it when you really need to deal with it.
You've heard the trolley question before, or whatever it is. So if you could like, if you're overlooking a train track, and like this fat guy was like standing right in front of you, and if you pushed him off, these group of passengers would not like the train would not just fall off a cliff or whatever it is. I'm not saying it right, but if you pushed the fat guy off and he landed on a button that will switch the train tracks to save these folks, the people.
Why do you have to be pushing a fat guy off? Like, why can't it just be like you push a button?
Because you're killing the guy if you push him off.
But why does he have to be fat? Why can't he just be like a guy?
I don't know, so that you have reassurance that the button will be pressed. I don't know.
I feel like if you tossed me off, like I could hit a button and push.
Okay, well, you know the point is, would you kill that one person to save a lot of people from this train derailing, or would you?
Yeah, save more people.
So you would kill this dude?
If it saved 5 other lives.
Really, you said that with no hesitation.
You earlier were like okay with slaughtering puppies.
Over an orphanage of kids? This is a dude.
I never said kids.
Who?
I never said it was.
You said orphanage.
A up and running orphanage.
Oh my god. So you would just peace out. Death. Done.
Yeah, as opposed to like letting 5 people die instead.
Really?
Yeah.
So you believe in like the ends justify the means?
Would you be okay with like not killing 5 people to save 1?
Yes, because I think that if I physically push this, doesn't have to be fat, person off this track or this cliff or whatever it is, you know, because I'm physically touching him, so it's my direct responsibility for his death is different than me watching someone die.
Okay, that's a good point.
No second date, no romantic.
I think we would hang out outside of this, but I don't think it would be a second date.
Yeah, it'd be like a friend date.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think so. I think that makes the most sense.
yeah,
What good came out of this?
Just a new friend
yeah. Met somebody new.
and a genuine connection, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
You learn anything about yourself?
I apparently need a therapist. Apparently, what about you?
I'm not trying to shove that down your throat.
I don't know. I feel like the therapy route is just really down there. You learn anything about yourself?
No.
Okay.